Hi, Cat. All right. Good morning, everyone, from me and the cat. And I want to first welcome you and offer you some. I want to offer you a pathway to open a door to step into the world of recovery. If you think that that's what you want in your life. You've obviously found yourself to these videos for some reason or another. Your energy, your rhythm, your heartbeat, whatever it is, has lined you up in the universe to be here right now listening to this message. And the message is this, is that if you think that there is some sort of an issue in your life, then, welcome to the first step in recovery. The first thing that happens is there's an admission. We get admitted into a program of change, if you will. We admit to our innermost self. I can BS a lot of people in my life when I have got myself backed into a corner. I will say anything oftentimes to get out. I have a problem. I'm ready for help. Please help me. But the principle of honesty, when we talk about the principle of honesty, what we're talking about is that stuff down in here, man, that true self-honesty. I'm not talking to anybody else except maybe, the great spirit that's flowing through the universe. And when I am true to my innermost self, I am in flow with the energy that will help me get sober. Or make any changes in my life. Maybe sobriety isn't what you're here for. Maybe it's here. Maybe you're here because, you're just not okay. And that's okay. But nevertheless, the first step in that process is going to be an admission. I have to admit to my innermost self that I've got a problem. There's something going on in my life that I just can't handle. And if you prescribe to 12-step literature, which I do, absolutely, it says that there's an admission of powerlessness. Now, some people will be turned off by that because they think, oh my God, like I don't have any power in this. And that's not what it's saying. What it says is that I admit that I'm powerless when I introduce this behavior in my life. And so what that looked like for me was many, many, many years of trying to manage and control my drug and alcohol use. I remember sitting in prison one time for 4 years. And every day of those 4 years, I thought, man, when I get out this time, it's going to be different. It is absolutely going to be different. And I would come up with a plan every day. Here's what's going to happen. I'm only going to contact these people. I'm going to get myself a little job. Maybe I'll call that old girlfriend of mine and we'll have this wonderful life. And the only thing that I'm going to do is have a couple of beers here and there and maybe smoke a little weed, and everything's going to be fine. And I remember doing that for 4 years in a row. And then I was in jail in Northern California, and they gave me a ride to Sacramento with a bus ticket, right? And I got there, and I didn't make it out of that bus stop. I had a couple of bucks in my pocket. They call it gate money. $200 minus whatever your ticket costs. So I had a ticket to Los Angeles, and I had a couple $100 in my pocket, and I just did 4 years in prison, and I was sitting in this bus stop in Sacramento, and there's a lot of activity that's going on in downtown Sacramento around that Greyhound station. And so I looked around and I thought, man, a little drink's not going to hurt. And I went over and I got the smallest bottle of whiskey that they sell, that little half pint, that little thing that goes chug, 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 like 3 gulps and it's gone, right? And man, that settled in nice. And then what happened was all those plans and those 4 years of every day of thinking about how things were going to be different was just gone that quick. And something else took over, man. That little buzz hit me, and I started looking around that bus stop for my people, and I found my people, and I went on a run, and next thing I know, I'm not reporting my parole officer, and I'm doing a bunch of speed, and I'm off somewhere, who knows where. And that kind of experience would happen for me over and over and over and over again. See, I didn't get in trouble every time I drank. But every time I was in trouble, there was drugs and alcohol involved. Every time, right? And so if I can finally come to a place where I say, oh my God, how many times have I tried to manage and control this thing that I am absolutely powerless over? And when I can come to a place, not to other people, not to the rest of the world, but to myself, when I can come to that place where right here in my heart I can say, oh my God, Bob, you're fucked up. Like something is wrong here. And you have to take a look at that. When I finally can come to a place where I can admit that, this miraculous thing will happen. The door will open. And then I can be ready to accept the help that will allow me to not be powerless anymore. Isn't that amazing, right? But the first step is an admission. So it ain't up to me. It's entirely up to you. If you think that there's a problem in your life, please, 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 and admit it, to yourself. And if that's the case, reach out. Please message me if you need help. If you message me and we start talking back and forth, I will probably give you my phone number at that point and we can have a little chat. If I'm not the person that you want to talk to, that's cool, man. Reach out to somebody that you love and trust. If you know somebody that's already in recovery, man, reach out to that person and ask them, like, how are you sober today? And let somebody else guide you, because together we can. Alone, it's really difficult, man, because I'm powerless. So hope you guys have an amazing, wonderful day. And remember that admission is the first step to recovery. Talk to you later.